New at 11 tonight, a KRCR News Channel 7 special report. It is simply no surprise whatsoever that driving under the influence is a big problem here in the North State. But what is surprising is that an estimated 4 out of every 10 DUI arrests in Shasta County involve some sort of drug, like prescription pills or marijuana. Now, we investigated and found only a few North State officers are trained to spot these drug drivers. But as you're about to find out, all that is about to change. Whether it's alcohol, pills, or pot, impaired drivers are cruising North State streets. Last October, an early morning driver believed to be high on prescription pills mistook the gas pedal for the brake and hit a power pole, taking out a tree and knocking out power to dozens of local businesses. Later that same day, another crash closed down Highway 273, and the driver was accused of being high on marijuana.
Something that's culturally acceptable within the North State. The unfortunate thing is that people get injured, people get killed as a result of it. It's looked at as a very low-level type of a crime, no big deal. But the reality is, in the traffic unit, when we go to these collisions, we're investigating and we see the aftermath. It's a very big deal.
It's a disturbing trend that traffic officers with the Reading Police Department are well aware of. Take Officer Boone. He's been with the department for 6 years, and in the past 8 months alone, he responded to 18 crashes in Reading that all involved drivers being high on drugs. That's not even at nighttime, right? This is happening during the day.
That is correct. From 7 in the morning to 5 at night are my usual hours, and those are the hours that I investigated these traffic collisions, the stat that I've given you.
So does that shock you?
It does, and it worries me. Safety of the public, my family, your family.
People at home.
Yes.
What may be even more worrisome is that only a handful of North State officers are trained to detect when drivers are high on something other than alcohol. But that's changing thanks to an international certification called DRE, or Drug Recognition Expert. Well, Officer Boone is one of 4 Reading PD officers to have this special training. And to put that into significance for you, the city of San Jose, just to our south, has none.
We're headed out to look. How many do you guys have?
One of the other DRE officers is DUI specialist Jacob PROVENCIO. Working the night shift in Reading, he's noticing the same trend and says 4 out of every 10 DUI arrests involve pills or pot.
I can tell you that on average, about 20% of my arrests are strictly drug related. And then probably another 20% are a combination of alcohol and some type of drug.
PROVENCIO was honored in April by Mothers Against Drunk Driving and was named Reading Police Officer of the Year for making more than 200 DUI arrests last year. He credits his success to the program.
It's not me, it's the training through the DRE program. It's very intense. It's the hardest class that I think I've taken. And if you use it properly, you're going to be accurate. You're going to see certain signs when someone is on an opiate.
PROVENCIO brought me into the Shasta County Jail to look at how DRE officers are trained. It's a 9-day course that candidates must pass with a score of 80% or higher. They'll learn a 12-step process to identify high drivers, similar to a DUI exam, but it includes looking for injection sites and taking a driver's pulse several times.
You know, you're not going to see much with their eyes other than they're going to have constricted pupils. The reaction to light is going to be very little or none visible. Their pulse rates will be down, their blood pressure will be down, their body temperature will be down, and that's if they are only using the narcotics. And when you start combining things, some of that will change. We've always had a problem with, drugs in general as far as DUI, including prescription medication. Even though that problem's always been there, our officers are now better able to recognize that.
And the DRE program is credentialed through the International Association of Chiefs of Police. It's administered locally by CHP. They'll have students from across the country learning, even all the way from UK, just to join in on this program. And one more interesting fact, about 3 out of every 4 DUI arrests in California happen to those 40 years or younger. Just another reminder tonight to stay careful when you're on that road, even from the beginning of the day to right now at nighttime.
Absolutely. And you know what I thought was interesting is that some of the bigger cities don't have officers like Reading.
I could not understand it. San Jose, close to 1 million people in that area, not even one of these officers. I'm assuming that's going to change as the months roll on.
All right. Well, thanks for your report. It was very informative.